students. I'm back with the new topic, exchange of gases in lower and higher organisms and other types of respiration for the chapter Life Processes, class 10th. Exchange of gases in the lower organism. In lower organisms like the protozoans such as amoeba, paramecium, sponges like the cycon and the coelenterates like hydra, there are no special structures for the respiration. In these animal groups, every cell of the body is in direct contact with the water. So there is the direct exchange between the oxygen of the surrounding water and carbon dioxide of the body cells, demonstrating the principle of diffusion. This is called the body surface respiration. Now exchange of gases in the hydra. Inside the cells, oxygen is used in the oxidation of the glucose inside the mitochondria to produce the carbon dioxide, water, energy-rich molecules, etc. Now exchange of gases in the higher organisms. In the higher organisms, the body wall is thick, making diffusion impossible. Secondly, due to their high metabolic rate, their energy requirements are high. Thirdly, their body volume is very large, so the oxygen cannot diffuse into all the cells. So these animals have the special respiratory organs for the exchange of the gases. These animals also have the blood vascular system to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide between the respiratory organs and the body cells. Different higher organisms have the different organs of the respiration. The rate of the respiration depends upon the habitat of the animal. For example, animals living in the water derive the oxygen dissolved in water, while the terrestrial animals derive the oxygen from the atmosphere. Since the solubility of the oxygen in water is low, there is not much oxygen available to aquatic organisms. So the rate of the breathing in aquatic animals is much faster than that seen in the terrestrial animals. Now the next, that is the skin respiration. In annelids, for example, earthworms and the leeches and the amphibians, exchange of gases occurs through the skin, which is thin, moist, vascular and permeable. It is called the cutaneous respiration. In earthworm, the skin is kept moist by mucus secreted by the glandular cells of the epidermis, coelomic fluid, and the moisture of the soil. Exchange of gases between the oxygen dissolved in the liquid layer over the skin and carbon dioxide of the blood in the capillaries occur on the principle of diffusion. Oxygen is transported by the blood to the body cells where it is used in the oxidation of the glucose to produce energy. Then after, the next respiration is the gill respiration. In crustaceans, for example the prawn, certain mollusks, for example the mussels, cartilage, fishes, bony fishes and the tadpoles of the amphibians, respiration occurs through gills. It is called branchial respiration. In this, oxygen source is water. In bony fishes, gills are present in the gill chambers and are externally covered by the gill covers called the operculum. By the movement of the operculum folds and the oral walls present near the mouth, a bony fish maintains a water current which enters through the mouth, passes through the buccal cavity, pharynx and opercular chamber, washes the gills and goes out through operculum aperture. Exchange of the oxygen of water and carbon dioxide of the blood capillaries present in the gill lamellae occurs when the water passes over the gills. Now the tracheal respiration. In all the insects, cockroach, grasshopper, etc., centipedes, millipedes and some spider, respiratory organs are highly branched air tubes. They are called the tracheae. These tracheae are connected to the atmosphere by the minute respiratory opening called the spiracles or the stigmata. In the cockroach, there are 10 pairs of the spiracles, 2 pairs in the thorax and 8 pairs in the abdomen. Each spiracle leads into the chamber called the atrium, from which the main trachea arises. Main trachea divides and redivides to form a fine network called the tracheal intercom. The finest branches of this intercom are the tracheoles, which directly end into the body cells. Terminal part of the tracheoles are filled with the tracheolar fluid. So in these animals, oxygen goes directly into the body cells and the blood has no role in the transportation of the gases. Now the lung respiration. In many land animals, for example, some mollusks like the slugs and the amphibians such as the toad and all the reptiles, birds and mammals, the respiratory organs are the lungs. It is also called the pulmonary respiration. In this, the source of the oxygen is the air. So these are